welcome to Flatcap Euro Talk, and I will be breaking down my weekend watch list from Thursday. It'll be a weekend watch list review this time for a weekend review of the European football that happened this past weekend. I do hope that you guys watched some of the games that I included in my weekend watch list from Thursday, but let's break these down. The first one that I selected as the best game, which maybe you could say it was the Liverpool-Chelsea game on Saturday. That was honestly a fabulous game. Liverpool, I would say, are probably quite disappointed to come out with only a point, whereas Chelsea are probably probably almost celebrating the point, you would say, considering they went down to 10 men, maybe a bit unfairly. And then also, I think that, they just really showed what Thomas Tuchel, even down to 10 men, his team can still attack, with a bit of danger, as well as they can still defend with 10 men incredibly. Marcus Alonso, someone that they used to think was a defensive liability, I thought actually had an incredible game. Jorginho and Kovacic are just turning into a brilliant partnership in the midfield. Their defense is just so rock solid. It's quite sad, to be honest. Excuse me. But Liverpool, yeah. I mean, I still tip Liverpool to get second or third this season, but I think they're going to be a little bit disappointed by this. I feel like they could have done a bit better. Maybe Liverpool in the past would have been able to get that 3 points. But Man City Arsenal, I tipped as being the second best game of this past weekend. And I do believe it was with Man City just from the beginning. From the moment the ball was kicked, there was only one team winning this. Ferran Torres had a fantastic game. Gundogan had a fantastic game. Holding and Chambers playing together, recipe for disaster. Granit Xhaka red card is always a given. I mean, obviously it was all celebration for Spurs fans. Plenty of popcorn watching that one. So I am glad that it was included, but it was a bit of a doozy to include that one. So quite obvious, I would say. But moving on. Was Atletico Madrid versus Villarreal. It was my third best game that I thought would be included over the weekend. Obviously, as well, there was the Celtic versus Rangers game. So please let me know how that one went. I wasn't able to catch it, unfortunately. I couldn't find an avenue to watch it. And I was also a bit caught off guard by it. So that's on me, everybody, as well. I do believe there's some pretty good games in the Bundesliga that maybe was missed. I think there was Wolfsburg Leipzig. So please let me know how that went. But Atletico Madrid versus Villarreal. Atletico, honestly, were so lucky to get out with 1 point here. Villarreal had two fantastic goals, one from their new signing, Arnaut Danjuma, and then the other one from Trigueros. Two fantastic goals, I will say. Arnaut Danjuma is the new signing, Dutch player who was able to make it 2-1. And then Atletico, you could say, were probably given just two really just atrocious defensive errors. One came from Alberto Moreno, the former Liverpool man at left back, just gave it away to Marcus Llorente. Marcus Llorente played it across goal to Angel Correa. Angel Correa then, played it across, the six to Suarez, who hit it first time into the back of the net. The next goal was just an atrocious miscommunication in the 93rd minute between, I believe it's the Villarreal goalkeeper, Raul, and their center back, who I forget the name of. But yeah, an atrocious miscommunication there. So that game was fabulous to watch, I will say, in terms of the entertainment. But Atletico are very, very, very lucky to get away with that. I will say Atletico, I did tip them to get third. I didn't think they're going to have as strong of the season as maybe some might think. They just don't really seem to be, hitting the same strides as they used to. They've had really shaky starts, I will say. And this is maybe the first points dropped that I'm not surprised by. Genk versus Anderlecht, I tipped as being the fourth best game. Believe me, it was not. It was an 87th minute goal that, made the difference for Genk, who now move up the table into maybe upper mid table, or Anderlecht kind of sit mid table. I probably should have replaced this with maybe a Wolfsburg Leipzig, maybe a Celtic versus Rangers game. That's probably on me there. But moving on to the Belgian Pro League, that definitely was a great shout, was the KAA Ghent game versus Club Brugge. And Club Brugge were sitting at the second, I think they were sitting at second place near the top of the table. And Ghent were sitting near the bottom of the table, actually, with only 4 points after 4 games or 3 games. And they were able to get 3 points from this game and able to smack them 6-1 at home on Sunday. It was honestly a fantastic game. A comical defending from Brugge. Really, the Belgian Pro League is definitely not known for its defenders or its defending. as well, though. Some really interesting goals. And I think it's Tassoudali, I believe his name was, a Dutch player who played as a striker for Ghent. Had a fantastic game, I will say, and he looked decently skilled on the ball, but I wouldn't, tip him for any signings or anything. Just had a good game, I would say. But yeah, that was my weekend watch list. Please let me know, everybody, which ones you saw this weekend. If any of these Belgian Pro Leagues you saw as well, please let me know, because I would say this one was a good shout. Let me know if you saw the Celtics Rangers game and wasn't able to catch it. I'll catch myself up on it in terms of the highlights. Let me know if you saw the Wolfsburg Leipzig game. I was able to catch that one, and I should have probably included it. But yeah, also as well, let us know what you think of, the game against the Scum in terms of Man City, Villarreal game. If you're able to catch a bit of La Liga, please, please, please let me know in the comments. But yeah, for this weekend review, I decided to review the weekend watch list. But that'll be all for now, everybody. Until next time, I'll be catching you on the Irish Hotspur and here on Flatcap Euro Talk, and I'll be seeing you.